to be a first impressions get ready with me on the Barbie and Colourpop collection. This is the Malibu Barbie Collection, and I'm super excited to be trying out these products with you guys. I have lightly dipped into the eyeshadow palette, but I have not done like a full look with it yet. I've only used a couple of the shimmers, a couple of the mattes in here. I have not used the lipstick yet, and I have not used the highlighter yet, so I'm really excited to do this with you guys and try out everything. So let's get started, and I am going to be using the mirror the whole time for my eyeshadow and everything. So let me just prime my eyes and then we'll jump into the palette. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my eyes with my ABH primer, and then I just went in with my Colourpop Dewdrop, and then I just set my eyes with my Dior powder. I am wearing a new jacket from Lucky Brand. I just thought that this jacket would be perfect to wear for this first impressions because it's pink, and obviously we're going to be doing a pink look with this palette. So let's jump into the Colourpop and Malibu Barbie eyeshadow palette. It's so funny because I wasn't going to get this palette, but then I saw like so many videos with it and I was like, it's so dang pretty. I thought that the color story was beautiful for this palette. So here's the inner packaging, and then when you open it up, this is what it looks like, and it's so freaking gorgeous. I think that this is one of their best color stories they've ever done. A lot of people are saying it looks like kimchi, it looks like another brand, but I'm like, I like this color story more. They're saying it looks like the Jeffree Star summer palette. I forget what it's even called, because that Thirsty palette or whatever. And I'm like, I like this color story more out of the two palettes it's being compared to. This color story is by far the best. So I guess they were influenced by those palettes and just made them better. So it's not an exact copy of either of the palettes. They just look similar. So we're going to be doing a pink look today. So the first shade that I'm going to jump into is this shade right here, which is called Boardwalk. It's kind of like a peachy pink color, but there's not really a like true, well, it's pretty pink actually. So, and we're going to use the mirror to do my eyeshadow today. And this is a really nice mirror, you guys. So, and I am going to be using my Colourpop brush because I love this brush for the crease, and we're going to buff that color into the crease. That's a really pretty shade. I mean, I'm always impressed with the mattes from Colourpop. I think they build really nice, and I can always count on a Colourpop palette to be good. That's why I have so many of them, but I just know that their formula is always going to be good. I'm rarely disappointed in a Colourpop palette these days, especially for the past year. I don't think I've disliked one palette that I've gotten from them, so that says a lot. I just think that they're consistent across the board in all categories of their products, and I really have been impressed with them for a while now. So, I mean, duh, they are my favorite brand. I really like this color so far. It blends out really nice. So I'm just going to finish buffing that out. Okay, so that color blended out really pretty, really nice. Let me just buff it out a little bit more right here. Yeah, I like that so far. And then for the defining shade, I'm going to use, of course, this hot pink color with the little heart in it. It's called Best Coast. This is a really pretty, vibrant pink. So I don't want to take too much because I know it's going to be pigmented. Let me just take a little bit more. Then we're going to buff that in the defining area. Okay, so it is like a buildable color. It doesn't go on as vibrantly, which I kind of like. So you can kind of build it up more. Right away. I hope it's not the brush that's like affecting the color, but let me just build that up a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to do it on this eye too, obviously. I kind of like the size of this mirror because I feel like if it was any bigger, it would kind of be a little bit annoying to use. Okay, so we're just going to finish blending that out too. And then for my outer corners, I'm going to jump into the dark brown in the palette, which is called Zuma Beach, which is right here. And we're going to put that on my outer corners. So what I like about this palette as opposed to the Clueless palette is that you can get pretty full looks out of this palette. They did a really good job coordinating the shades and putting like colors that work together and not just like making like random color stories, which that's why I always appreciate the way that Colourpop curates their palettes, and that's why I'm always drawn to getting their palettes, because they do a good job at drawing the person in and making it look like you can create a lot of looks, which you really can though. When I was actually looking at this palette, I'm like, wow, I can see myself doing a bunch of looks with this palette. So not that the Clueless palette is bad or anything, it's just like kind of like challenges me more. But I have been coming up with some really pretty looks with that palette too. And I've been using the mattes from this palette with the shimmers in that palette. But I haven't used the pink mattes yet, so this is still pretty much a first impressions. The only shade that I've used so far that I'm using today is this Zuma Beach shade. So, and it's really pretty on the outer corners because I've used it on the outer corners like once before. And it's really nice. Okay, so now I'm just going to, sorry, my nose is like still running today. I just took my Flonase though, so it should be helping. All right, let me just apply my glitter glue and then we'll apply the shimmer shade. Okay, and then for the lid shade, I'm dying to go into this color right here, which is called Follow the Sun, and that's the center shade in the palette. It's a really beautiful like pinky shimmer, so we're gonna put that on my lid. So pretty. That's a really pretty shade. I don't really have many pinks like this color, like pink shimmers. Not too many, so it's really pretty. I know I did a pink look with the Clueless palette, and now I'm doing a pink look with the Barbie palette, but I mean, it's really hard to not do pink looks for both of these movies. And then if anyone ever comes out with a Legally Blonde collection, then I would have to do a pink look too. It's just who I am. Just gonna keep on applying that. It's really pretty. I'm going to finish applying it off camera. Okay, so I went ahead and did my base. I used the MAC Fix Plus in Cucumber, of course, and then my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And then for my foundation, I went in with my Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation in the shade 1.00C. I actually was going to use my Colourpop foundation, but then I realized that I haven't used this foundation in like a week or two, so I was like, let me whip out this one. And then I used my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. And I always forget how good the Beauty Blender foundation looks. It is really pretty. And then I set my eyes on my under eyes with my Pat McGrath powder. And then I used my Dior face powder to set my face. I'm just going to spray my face real quick with my milk spray just to get some hydration. And then we're going to go back into the Barbie and Colourpop palette, and we're going to do the lower lash line. So let me just grab my brush. And we're just going to go in with, I don't know if I want to use the hot pink or the light pink on the lower lash line. First, I'm going to go into the inner corner shade, and I'm going to use the shade Vintage Doll right here. We're going to take that and apply it. Why are my inner corners so dry right now? Yeah, that's pretty. Still feel like I need more. I always have friggin' eye goo. That doesn't frickin' help anything. me crazy. And then I think I'm going to take that, kind of leaning towards the hot pink on the lower lash line. I just want to take a little bit, though. Nothing too cray-cray. I always feel like I take forever to finish my makeup at this point. It's like, can I be done already, you know? Oh my lord. It's driving me freaking crazy right now. Okay, and then for my waterline, hopefully I'm not getting eyeshadow on my jacket. I'm going to use that hot pink. I'm just going to apply it. Oh my gosh, if it applies. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to apply it to the side. Oh, I really hope my nose doesn't run again. I've blown my nose like 3 times already before this. Yeah, I'm glad I went with the hot pink. It looks really pretty. And that's pretty much it for the eyes, and then we'll do the mascara and stuff off camera, and then we'll come back and do the rest of the face. Okay, so I just went in and lined my waterline with my NYX white eyeliner. I really love that eyeliner, and then I just primed my lashes with my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. And then for my mascara, I'm going to use the Colourpop Act Natural one. Defining mascara. Actually, I've really been, sorry if I'm losing my voice, enjoying this mascara a lot. It's really nice. It really does a good job of coating your lashes, and especially getting every single lash, and it gives them a really nice curl. I really have been enjoying it a lot, and it's like a super easy mascara to use. It has more of a drier formula, but it's not like too dry where it's like hard to build, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes super dry mascaras are a little bit harder to build. This one is like the perfect like dryness and wetness to it. And then I'm just gonna do my lower lashes off camera. Okay, so for my bronzer, I'm gonna use my Gucci bronzer because I'm that bee and I want to be bougie. I actually used this yesterday. So the look I did yesterday was the look that I had in my haul video when I was sharing this collection and the Clueless collection. I really liked the look that I did because I actually used a bunch of bougie products, because I actually went out to dinner for the first time in a long time yesterday. It's kind of crazy that like we haven't been able to enjoy doing that for a long time, and since me and my boyfriend have our own immunity now from having COVID and I am now fully vaccinated, I felt that it was safe enough for me to actually go out to dinner for once, so it was really nice. And then for my blush, I'm going to use the Colourpop Pressed Powder Blush in the shade See You Later. I haven't used this in so long because this is usually like a summer blush that I love using. And I don't think I used it once last year just because it didn't really do anything last year. So I'm going to use it today. It's a really pretty pink. And I wanted to use a Colourpop blush. I kind of wish that they had come out with a blush for this collection, but they could have came out with like a pink and like a darker pink. That would have been really pretty. I don't know why they didn't come out with a pink blush with this collection. Kind of made me a little bit annoyed. Then everybody's like, when they come out with their blushes, they always say they look the same. And it's like, well, it makes sense to come out with a pink blush for Barbie. I mean, hello. They came out with blushes for the Animal Crossing and the Lizzie McGuire collection, but not the Barbie collection. But I am glad that they came out with a highlighter. So we are about to use that. My nose is so itchy. Why? If I build it up anymore, it's going to be too pigmented. So I think it looks pretty good, actually. I thought I pressed pause, but at least I didn't say anything crazy because sometimes I talk to myself. You don't have to hear how crazy I sound. Wow, Caitlin, you sound like a mental case. But yeah, okay. Anyway, TMI. I don't know why there's like a little bit of eyeshadow underneath my eyes. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the Barbie and Colourpop Beach Party highlighter. So excited to try this. I swatched it yesterday. Look at this packaging. So freaking cute. I love it. I think it's adorable. And then when you open it up, I always try to get this dang plastic insert out of here. This is what the highlighter looks like. It's so pretty. Don't mind this like damage on the inside. That was my fault because the compact doesn't really close properly. I messaged Kim about the highlighter and she said she was having problems with it closing too. So it's not just me. Apparently like the highlighter doesn't have like the greatest production. Because there was a scratch mark inside too. So let's see how this applies. I need my mirror. Ah! Actually, I have a mirror in my lap. What am I doing? It's right in front of me. So that is really pretty actually. Probably gonna need to spray this because I usually spray the Super Shock highlighters, but it's not picking up that great actually. I'm gonna use my finger because usually they pick up a lot better with your finger. That's pretty. It is pretty. But it's not as pretty as the You're a Catch one that I like a lot. Maybe I really need to swirl it in there. It's pretty though. Would I like run out and buy this though if it wasn't Barbie? Probably not, but maybe I just needed to get through that top layer. It's kind of like dry when I apply it. It's a little bit weird because usually these are supposed to have like a wetter formula, so I'm a little bit surprised at that. I think I'm just going to use my fingers to apply it. I think it goes on more pigmented that way. Yeah, definitely. That's pretty. It's definitely way more subtle than I thought it was going to be. I'm also going to use it like this on my nose and my Cupid's bow. It's pretty, but I'm not like 100% in love with it, but it's pretty. I don't know, I haven't been too crazy about the highlighters I've been trying from Colourpop lately. I wasn't really too crazy about the one in the blush palette that I just tried too, so. All right, I'm just gonna wet it a little bit and apply a little bit more. I think that definitely helped. Okay, and then we're gonna jump into the lips. Okay, and then for the lips, we're gonna go into the Barbie and Colourpop Golden Beach Lip Duo. I'm so excited to try out this lipstick. I swatched it, but I haven't tried it on my lips yet. Usually I like try on the lipstick if I get a lipstick from a collection. So I'm gonna go in with the Golden Beach lip liner first, obviously. Oh, it's really nice. I mean, I love Colourpop lip liners anyway. Well, that's a really nice color. I actually really like the shade of this because I thought it was going to be really nude. But it has a slight pinkiness to it. Because usually if I do a pink eye look, then I usually do a pink lippy, but I didn't pick up the pink lippy from this collection. I picked up the nude because, of course, I needed the nude shade. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the coinciding lipstick in Golden Beach. It's so cute with the little Barbie icon. And it has the, like, Barbie writing on the tube, and then this is the color. It's such a pretty color. I'm going to go in with that. And you guys know how much I love the Luxe lipstick formula. This one does feel a bit different. Oh, my lips are so chapped. That's actually really pretty and it goes really nice with the lips. Okay, sorry about that. My lips are so annoying sometimes. Oh my god, why are my lips so dang chapped? Okay, you guys, so here is the finished look. Here are the, sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. My eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I will go through my thoughts later. I really love how this look turned out, though. I think it's really pretty. So yeah, we'll talk about everything later because I gotta go to work. Bye! Okay, you guys, so I'm home from work now, and I wanted to share with you guys all of my thoughts on the products that I picked up from the Barbie and Colourpop collection. So I'm going to share my thoughts on everything. So I wanted to talk about the eyeshadow palette first. I definitely think that this is the star of the collection. I really like this a lot. I mean, there's really not much for me to say about Colourpop eyeshadow palettes. A lot of people know that I love their eyeshadow palettes. I didn't even feel like retouching up my makeup, so if it looks like a little bit worn off on my nose, it's just because it's from the mask. But you guys saw my final look earlier. I am just so tired. I kind of just want to take my makeup off now and chill and relax because I'm home now and I haven't had a day to just chill in like a week and a half. So as far as the eyeshadow palette goes, I love it. I think it's so pretty. I think that the color story is freaking bomb. I think they did an amazing job on the color story for this, and I really, really love it. I could just do some swatches for you guys right now, so I'm going to do that off camera, and we'll go through the shades real quick. Okay, so here are the finger swatches of the 15 eyeshadows in the Malibu Barbie palette. So we're going to start with the top row. This one is Cali Girl. Then we have... No. Start from the bottom. Sorry. So we have Cali Girl, Vintage Doll, Come On, Let's Go Party, and Shine On. So those are the first 5 shades in the first row from left to right. Really, really pretty shimmers. Then we have the middle row, starting with the yellow. We have West Coast, Best Coast, Follow the Sun, Malibu Memories, and Zuma Beach. So those are the swatches of the middle row. And then the last row, we have Make Waves, Boardwalk, Surf's Up, 1971, and SoCal. So those are the swatches of the eyeshadows in the Malibu Barbie palette. I just really love this color story. I think it's so much fun and such a pretty color story for summertime, and I think that this was a solid color story for this collection. Honestly, I couldn't really picture a Barbie palette with a better color story than this. Honestly, I really, really love it. And this is my first square pan eyeshadow palette from Colourpop, and I'm kind of really feeling these square pans, especially for this collection. I think that they did a great job with this, and plus they can fit a lot more eyeshadows in a palette with the square pans rather than the circular pans, and it looks just really aesthetically pleasing. I just love it. I think it's so cute, and I love the little imprints of the hearts and the little rainbow here. I just think it's so cute. I think they did a solid job with this palette, so I definitely love the eyeshadow palette so much, and the colors are so much fun. I can't wait to create more looks with this palette, and I think that they performed on the eyes beautifully. I have no complaints, and they held up really well. They barely creased on me, and I really love how this look turned out. So yeah, in love with the eyeshadow palette. So pretty. All the shades are super pigmented. I just wanted to say that some of the shimmers do swatch a little bit crumbly, but they're still very pigmented, and I think they're gonna perform just fine on the eyes. Just don't let that fool you when you swatch it, because I think that they perform completely differently on the eyes. They perform just fine on the eyes. Like, don't let that sway you from how they're going to perform, because they perform great. As far as the Beach Party highlighter, this is kind of the only product that I'm not like, oh my god, in love with. It's pretty, but at the same time, I'm pretty annoyed that the compact does not close properly. Since this is a Super Shock highlighter, I'm going to have to keep the insert. And again, every time I try to close this now, it kind of gets messed up because I'm trying to close it properly and it doesn't close all the way. And again, since this is a Super Shock, and not a powder product, I have to be even more careful about how it closes, because the Super Shocks are like a cream, like, hybrid, so it would dry out a lot faster if it doesn't close properly. So that's a little bit annoying. It is a really pretty color. I do like the highlighter. I think it's very pretty. But as far as the way that it performs, you have to use it with your fingers. And usually with the other highlighter that I have from the Super Shock highlighters in this packaging, closes just fine, performs just fine with a brush. This one, I find that you have to use with your fingers in order to get more of the full-on pigmentation from it. But it's pretty. Do I think it's anything that's special? Not really. It's like a goldish champagne color. It is pretty, but like, I'm not like head over heels in love with this, but I do like it. I don't think it was a waste of money, but at the same time, like, I'm pretty pissed off that this doesn't close properly. So, yeah, that's just, I'm not vibing with that. Maybe they'll send me a new one, because I'm pretty annoyed. Because that, and then they'll probably be like, oh, you probably just damaged it trying to close it. And I'll be like, nah, I came this way. So, and then as far as the mirror goes, I think it's super cute. I actually do really like the size of this. I really like the whole aesthetic, and I love the packaging on this and the color. It's just adorable, and I'm going to use this like all the time to do my makeup now. I think it's so cute. And then we have the lipstick duo. Again, I'm not going to swatch the highlight or the lipstick duo because I'm wearing both of them, so I just wanted to swatch the eyeshadow palette for you guys. But yeah, the highlighter's pretty. I like it. It lasted a pretty good amount of time wearing a mask, so that's good. I do like that. So as far as the lip duo goes, you guys know how much I love Colourpop's Luxe Lipsticks. I do notice that I kind of got a little bit of a film on my lips, which usually doesn't happen with these lipsticks, but it was so comfortable to wear the whole day, and I love wearing the Luxe Lipsticks underneath masks because they're so easy to wear, and they're like one of the only cream lipsticks that don't transfer when you wear a mask. Like, they're not a mess after you take your mask off. So yeah, I think this is a really pretty shade. I love how it kind of has like a pinky hue to it, but it's still like nude enough that I could wear it with like other looks, but it's kind of like a soft nude pink. I thought it was like more of like a beige color, but it's really pretty. I like it a lot. And then as far as the lip liner goes, I mean, I love Colourpop's lip liners, and I actually love the packaging on this one. I think this one's actually going to stay on the cap. Usually they like fly off, especially like it's not a big deal when I just keep my lip liners at home, like after I like apply a lipstick and then a lip oil and then go see my boyfriend, because 99% of the time I'm not reapplying my lip products when I go to his house. But when I take my lip liners to work to wear my lipsticks out, because that's like the only other place I really wear lipstick these days, the caps pop off if I decide to use a Colourpop one. So yeah, overall, I really like the collection. I think they did a great job. It's just the fact that the highlighter is not packaged properly, and they kind of had some flawed production issues with that, because it's not great. So that's like literally the first face product that I've ever gotten from Colourpop that I'm not like head over heels about that life. So yeah, that's about it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CPW819 and check out my Poshmark. It is the same handle, CPW819. I've been making quite a few sales this past week or two since I've started it, and it's been really, really fun. But if you guys want to find some good makeup for pretty good price, then check out my Poshmark. So yeah, I love you guys. Let me know if you guys picked up anything from this collection. And yeah, bye!